This is the Tib Machine from the Tib Bar Guy. Now, this is probably the most over-the-top premium way to train your tibs, so let's talk about whether it's actually worth getting. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Dr. Nate. I'm a physical therapist, and today we're looking at the Tib Machine. For full disclosure, the Tib Bar Guy did send me this machine free of charge, but they're not sponsoring this video. They have no influence over what I say, and these opinions are completely my own. So let's start out with the basic specs first. The first thing you'll notice when unboxing the Tib Machine is just the weight and the premium feel of the materials. By itself, before you add any weight, the machine weighs 29 pounds. So it has some pretty significant heft to it, and it just feels like a really solid, well-constructed machine. This is one of those products that is so well-constructed and durable that it would work great in a home gym, but could also be used in a commercial space like a gym or a rehab facility. I remember back before these Tib machines were popular or were in this form factor, we used to have really janky homemade ones at the physical therapy clinics that I used to work at that were basically constructed out of PVC pipe and a couple screws. So I think it's really cool that this fringe, unique training equipment is finally getting some attention and being well built. Training your tibialis anteriors is not going to suddenly make you bulletproof to injuries or transform you into some freak athlete, but it is probably a muscle group worth paying attention to in certain populations or for specific goals. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make here is that the Tib Machine is so well constructed and durable that it can probably serve a lot of use cases in professional settings, rehab clinics, or gyms. The entire machine is made out of solid steel with this black powder coat on the top. It's got a smooth, quiet hinge that rotates up and down without any friction, and some solid rubber feet on the bottom to prevent it from sliding around. On either side of the machine, there are two 5-inch Olympic-size bars. This means that any standard-size Olympic plates with a 2-inch hole are going to fit right on the end of each of these bars. Now, the weights are not included in the machine, so you're going to have to purchase these separately or just use what you have laying around. But the Tib Bar Guy was also nice enough to send a couple of weight plates to go along with the machine. One thing worth noting about this is because the machine is so low to the ground, you're not going to be able to put any larger diameter plates or definitely not any bumper plates on this. You're going to have to use smaller metal plates like this in order to have enough clearance and not hit the ground. But it is able to accommodate plates as large as the standard 10-pound plates, and you get probably a centimeter of clearance from the ground when you put these on. The last thing to note when it comes to construction is just the pad in the middle. The pad, just like the rest of the machine, is really high quality and comfortable on your feet. The fabric and stitching is just as premium as the rest of it and is probably going to hold up really well over the years. It's got a nice Velcro strap so you can take it on and off, and it slides really easily onto the bar. All right, so let's take a look at this thing in action and talk about some use cases. By the way, if you want 10% off the Tib Machine or anything else from the Tib Bar Guy, just use the link down below in the description or the comments and use code NATE at checkout. It is an affiliate code, so it does help support me and the channel, but it doesn't cost you anything extra, and it does give you that 10% off. The first thing that is pretty obvious but worth noting is that this is a unilateral machine, meaning that you're only going to be training one leg at a time. With a lot of the other Tib Bar equipment and machines out there, you can actually train both legs simultaneously, but the Tib Machine is going to be strictly one leg at a time, which is actually not a bad thing, and honestly, after using this machine, I think I prefer the isolation of just training one tib at a time. In terms of actually using the machine, I found that there's basically 3 positions that work. The first that kind of works but is sort of uncomfortable is basically the position I'm in right now. So with one knee on the ground, you can slide the other foot in and start repping up and down. So this works, but it's probably not the most ideal. The second option is going to be standing up near a wall so you can hold on for stability. You can also do it without a wall if you have good balance. But I think the best option for most people is going to be to do this seated, either in a chair or on some kind of workout bench. I think it's just the most comfortable and isolated way to use this. And speaking of how it feels, this machine is by far the most comfortable piece of equipment or machine I've ever tried for training tibs. You can 100% get by with a lot of other cheaper, less premium options when it comes to stuff like this. And honestly, this is just not in the price point or budget for a lot of people who are looking to add this to a home gym. But if you are really looking for that premium experience or a piece of equipment that you can use in a rehab facility or a PT clinic or a gym, something that's going to get a lot of daily use, this is probably the best option. It's incredibly well made, it's going to last forever, and in those circumstances, I think it's well worth the price. But if you're looking for a more budget option or something that you can train bilaterally with, there's a lot of other good options out there. The Tib Bar Guy has other Tib bars, and there's good ones on Amazon that you can pick up. All right, so let's talk about what is probably the only con that I can think of with this machine, which is going to be the price. Pricing may change by the time that you watch this video, so definitely check out the link down below below if you want to see the most current up-to-date price. But as of right now, this machine costs $149. And remember, that's not including any of the weight plates if you need those. Obviously, you get what you pay for. It's a really high quality machine. It's made with good materials and it's probably going to last a lifetime. But let's be honest, it's probably not in a lot of people's budgets for training their tibialis anteriors. To be honest, if I was paying my own money to train my tibs in my own home gym, this probably isn't the machine I would go with. I would probably go with some of their other equipment like the Tib Bar Pro, which is about half the price, or even some of the really budget options on Amazon, which are under $50. I'll link a really good one down below if you want to check it out. But there is a really big caveat to this. If I was opening a physical therapy clinic or a gym in person and I knew a lot of people were going to be using this regularly, this is exactly the piece of equipment I would buy. It's intuitive, it's easy to use, it's durable, it's made with really good materials, and it's going to hold up to years of wear and tear. So I think if you're super serious about training your tibs and you just want the highest quality, most premium machine you can get this one. Or if you own a gym or a clinic or you see clients in person and you want to get a lot of use out of this from other people, again, go with this one. But if you just need something simple to train your own tibs at home, there are a lot of other budget options out there. So what do you think? Is this something you would buy? Is this way over the top? Are we getting too crazy with training our tibs? Let me know down in the comments below and let me know if there's any other equipment that you want me to review in future videos. I'll see you in the next one.